Hey guys, welcome to March Madness Harry Potter edition. We have the votes in. Someone is moving on. Let's read your comments first. Tyler Beckett says, I prefer Snape for a few reasons. 1. Always. 2. Half-Blood Prince. 3. The Master of Sarcasm. Geek Goddess says, Dumbledore all the way. Dumbledore is utterly good, but wasn't always. He made mistakes in his youth, and he learned from them to be better. And I think that this shows that everyone can have a redemption and be good if they want. And Snape's redemption, since we are comparing them, is a lot less selfless, because Snape only does this for Lily and love, which is already great, okay? But he doesn't do any of it for the Wizarding world. Had Lily not died, Snape would have went on to be a Death Eater, when Dumbledore truly went through an entire questioning of his purposes and values. Also, Dumbledore doesn't bully children. Comic Lord says Snape, because his story is so tragic and so good. Nobody knows his true troubles, losing his love to a bully, then losing his love entirely, and kinda having to look after her son by risking his own life to save him. Having to work for his enemy, kill his mentor friend, and being known and die as a villain to the students and his friends. And that's a lot going on right there, guys. This one was a really hard decision because yes, they're both very flawed characters as we discover in the last book. We discover that Snape isn't as bad as we all assumed he was for the entire series, and Dumbledore wasn't as always as all good and all-knowing as it used to be. So it's really hard to choose between the two. I mean, Dumbledore does play as a surrogate for us for getting into the Wizarding world. He is in the first chapter of the book. Snape is someone you kind of love to hate, but then you also kind of like him for his personality. And of course, Alan Rickman does a super awesome job as him in the movie series. But I don't know who I would choose. I really don't know. I'm actually very torn. I don't know how most of you guys picked who you guys picked, but it was very close. It was a 55 to 45% split. It's pretty much as close as you can get with this many people voting. But the person who is going on to the next round is Severus Snape. And now we get to move on to the semi-finals, where we have Harry Potter facing against Newt Scamander, the protagonist of both of the original franchise and now the new movie franchise. So you guys know how to do it. Top right corner, vote for who you like better. Also explain why you like them better so you can have your comment potentially read. Harry versus Newt.